Hey friends, I am Alison Hillman. I am the Alison in BTP by Alison, Been There Photography. And this is another edition of Lady Boss Branding's 321 Blast, where I'm bringing you the best St. Louis has to offer in the way of small business. One of my absolute favorite humans is with us today, Miss LoriSharpsteen of Better Home and Gardens. Y'all, so we are in a crazy and bizarre time. I see all over my Facebook feed where people are they love their house, they hate their house, they wish this would change and whatever. So if you are one of those people that are hating on where you are stuck right now, you need to pay attention. She is one of the best realtors in the city, and she can definitely handle whatever is thrown at you. My favorite story to tell on you when people ask me about realtors, you had been at Next Core and you were dressed to the nines as always in your dress. Like I think you were in a blazer and dress pants that way. We were in mid conversation. You answered your phone and you said, "I gotta go," and you left. And later on, we saw a video of you going around a house, stomping through mud and muck. And I don't even remember exactly what had happened, but there was
Mhm.
supposed to be some kind of repair person out there and they didn't come right on time and you were checking on it.
Oh, propane tank, probably. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had to try to figure out if a propane tank for a house that one of my buyers had under contract, whether it was operational, whether it could be operational, where exactly it even was, because it was in a bunch of undergrowth, and it was a first-time home buyer, and they were buying a foreclosure property, so there were lots of additional moving parts. And because I have a history in construction and rehab and remodeling, and I'm not afraid of a little bit of, poison ivy and a little bit of woods, I went out there with her so that I could dig around and actually figure it out. So we were able to find the right resources she needed, but it was a good thing we checked it.
And the video that cracked me up is as soon as you were done, you still looked perfect.
Aw.
You're one of the like most well put together people I know.
Oh,
It's
it's
like
so
lady goals for me because the curly hair has a mind of its own. But like, it's so funny that not even funny, but like you literally are the pure definition of someone that goes above and beyond for your clients. You're a,
oh,
you're a solutions person. There's no excuse. You get there, and I know, like you said, you have experience in construction and stuff. You were with Lowe's forever, in
yeah,
management and
yeah,
everything
12
else.
years.
So yeah, so that's just one of the tools in your tool belt that you bring your clients. So why don't
Mhm.
you tell me a little bit about your tool belt?
Yeah, so absolutely. All of those many years of working my way up through that Lowe's big box. So, if you can imagine me or someone who looks like me, I managed the plumbing department for several years. I managed flooring, I managed cabinets. So I can tell you what kind of dielectric unions you need to put in a water heater. What
I don't even know what that means.
yeah. So, and I've done some of that rehab work myself as well. So, I had a house out in a 100-year-old house, dealt with a complete remodel, and it really is just a matter of what is the end goal that somebody wants to get to, and then I can creatively find whatever resources we need. Could be YouTube videos, could be contractors, and I've used all of that, both those specific tools but also my process as I worked into real estate, because it really is the same thing. Where does somebody want to or need to go? And then where can I find what they need to get there? And that's one of the things that I love the most about this. This business is really just, it's a big puzzle with the goal of helping people. So I usually tell people I help people meet goals or solve problems, typically ones that have a house attached somewhere. So if I can't help personally, then
Hmm.
I bet that I probably know someone who can.
Yeah, you're definitely well connected into the networking world. We fortunately know a lot of the same people, but I love the family that we've built where we can refer that around to make sure our people are taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
So, what
Absolutely.
advice would you have for someone that maybe they're at home right now and they've decided that maybe this isn't the forever home that they want to be in now? What are the things that they can be working on now to prepare for when this is all over, maybe to look for a new house or anything like
Mhm.
that?
Wow, I think there are a number of things. The first is to start making some notes. What is it specifically that is irritating you or getting in your way about your house? And then sort of paint yourself a picture of what the perfect environment would look like. What is it that you don't have now that you need? Maybe you need more outdoor space. Maybe you find that you're using the kitchen more than you thought you would, right? Lots of us are doing that right now and trying to figure out how to cook instead of eat out all the time. And also, what are the things that you love the most about it? What are those absolute must-haves that you want to have in your next home environment? Then once you sort of put that whole list together, go down that list and see what is it that you are comfortably doing yourself. What would you hire someone else to do? What would you want to have already done before you move into your next home? And then aside from that is that if you own the place you're in right now and you want to live somewhere else, you also have to sell the home that you have now.
Mm-hmm.
So some of my best advice for that is think of your home as a product. So let me go back to my Lowe's experience, right? So imagine your house. If I'm going to handle your listing, I want to be able to pick up your house and put it on an end cap in a Lowe's store. And I want to clean it up, and I want to add all the signs and add all the lights and add all the marketing so that the most people look at it to bring in the most offers. So thinking about who is the target potential buyer for your house. Is it downsizers? Is it first-time home buyers? Is it step-up buyers? And then trying to make your home look like like a hotel, essentially, like an Airbnb, like
Right.
something that is marketed. It's no longer yours. It's no longer your true personality. So being able to recognize that you're going to have to edit, maybe take down the deer head, maybe you've got a shotgun hanging over, great grandpa's shotgun hanging over the fireplace. It has a
Right.
lot of personal value to you. However, people who walk through that home are going to be focused on those things. And then they're going to assign subliminally, they're going to assign traits to that
Right.
that you don't want to have happen. So step
You want
one.
it to be called the shotgun house because of the style and the layout, not because it's above the
Yeah.
fireplace.
Yes, exactly. And we don't realize, because these are our homes. So we don't realize, we walk past all those things all the time and don't think about how someone else as a potential customer, as a potential buyer is going to look at and view those things. And then work with somebody like me who can look at your property from a financial aspect and help you determine, this is what it's worth if I tried to sell it as it is right now. If these are the things that I would recommend that you do in order to get a higher price. What are you willing to do? What do you want to do? And what's your end goal? So for some people, it is, I need to just sell this thing as is as soon as I can. I had several clients last year who the homeowner passed away and family members were having to process through what to do with all of that. That's completely different and a completely different strategy than someone who has, I have a client right now, has more time, is willing to put in some more sweat equity and also some more financial equity, because that's going to give them a much bigger net return. So figure out also, what do you want from the process? You can't get fast and highest. That just really doesn't exist. So you have to kind of plan your process accordingly. So figure out what you want, what you need, what you like, and then we can work together to figure out a plan of how to get there from where you're at right now.
Cool. And probably a good time to minimize, like you said, get rid of the junk and pack up some stuff. If you know you're going to be moving anyway, just go ahead and pack up the stuff you don't need right now.
Pack it up. I can set up, I can have pods come out, and you can pack a whole bunch of stuff into a pod and have them haul it off and store it for you until you're ready to move. I mean, there are
That's
so
brilliant.
many different alternatives for meeting those goals that aren't necessarily difficult, aren't necessarily expensive, but I do this all day, every day. I'm a full-time agent. As you know, I'm a team leader. My team right now is ranked number 18 out of 14,000 agents in the St. Louis marketplace. We have resources, but you, on the other hand, you haven't gone through this before, right? This is a
Right.
whole new thing. So you don't know what you don't know. So that's why utilizing someone like me who can listen to what you want to do, where you want to do it, how you want to do it, and then I can plug in and match all those tools for you. It just takes
That's
a lot of
awesome.
the stress off of it.
Obviously, we have gotten to know the glory that is Better Homes and having a LoriSharpsteen. You're very, very well educated, and just your experience is unmatched. But let's get to know you as Lori, not just Lori, the business owner. Folks at home, I always say that business should be personal. You've got to find someone that matches your personality, that matches your values, and will fit into the niche of whatever you're trying to do. So it's time for the 3, 2, 1 blast. Are you ready for the fun questions?
Okay.
Don't overthink it. I'm going to set my timer for 3 minutes, and however many we get through, we get through.
Okay.
What motivates you to work hard?
I really enjoy finishing that project, exceeding expectations. Whatever someone's goal is, I love being able to bring something across the finish line in a way that maybe they hadn't thought that they would ever get. So having a recent client who, first-time home buyer, bought a house, offered it at list price. We were able, through negotiations, to pull another $12,000 off of their costs.
Wow.
Just because of the way the process unfolded. I love they never would have thought of us being able to do that. So I love being able to take someone's expectations and be able to push out beyond that.
That's awesome. Do you have a business motto that you really go by?
Wow, a business motto I go by, besides I help people solve problems that has a house attached to it. Also, I would probably say, why not? You know, meaning when someone starts to put limitations, really figure out why why you have set your own limitations. So what would happen if you just tried? What would happen if you just called? What would happen if you just painted that wall? It's all okay.
Right. Favorite season?
Spring, absolutely.
Favorite drink?
Alcoholic. I like a Russian Imperial Stout by Old Rasputin. It's a real dark, heavy beer.
Cool. You have your last meal. What are you going to have? I'm really interested to hear this answer from you.
Oh,
You're
sushi.
Definitely a foodie. Okay.
Yeah, I am. I'm a huge. I could eat sushi breakfast, lunch, dinner. Because
Okay.
I have sushi for breakfast.
If you could live anywhere besides St. Louis, where would it be?
Wow. I would probably live multiple different places. So
Okay.
a perfect lifestyle would be having a really small apartment in Greece somewhere. Also someplace in the British Virgin Islands. Also someplace maybe up in the mountains in Denver. I like being able to move around.
Cool. St. Louis round of questions. What is your favorite St. Louis zoo animal?
Lions.
All right.
All day, every day.
What is your favorite St. Louis attraction?
City Museum. When City Museum first opened up many, many years ago, my kids were little, and I was able to be one of the first.
Oh, cool.
Who bought they used to offer a family membership.
Uh-huh.
And it was great. So I signed up for a family membership. I can bring my kids there all the time. And we got to sort of follow the progress, like the mosaics on the floor. We could see where, oh, look, they got another 3 feet out on that mosaic.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. My favorite place.
Someone comes to town and says, show me St. Louis. Where are you taking them?
Wow. I am taking them through neighborhoods and through restaurants, quite honestly. You know, St. Louis has grown so much. in the whole restaurant industry.
Mm-hmm.
So I would hit places in the Central West End. I would hit places in downtown. I would head out even into St. Charles, cross the river. Being able to get out to just looking at the difference in cultures between, say, Herman and history. And then for me, the museums are really big. So I am a member of the Botanical Garden, would absolutely go there. Art Museum, Forest Park, just to be able to give a flavor of the culture and history of what St. Louis is like. For me, I would also take them up into North County. I would take them into Ferguson. I would take them into the neighborhoods in Florissant where I work and I sell that have had a negative image imposed upon them that really isn't accurate. So there are some amazing neighborhoods up in those areas that people don't know about because all they know is what flitted across their Facebook feed.
Sure. What is your favorite St. Louis restaurant?
Oh my God, my favorite St. Louis restaurant. There are so many. I like Nudo. I like the Egg. I love breakfast restaurants. I like Annie Gunn's. I like Katie's. I like God, and I can't remember the name of it. There's a little Italian place out in St. Charles. And Erios, E-R-I-O-S.
Cool.
Fabulous. It's been there forever. Great food, great culture.
And if you don't follow Lori on Facebook, you should, just to see the different restaurants that she goes to, because she is a foodie and she finds the best that St. Louis has to offer. All right, so last question that I've asked everyone. Why Lori? Why Better Homes and Gardens?
Why Lori? You know, Lori is honestly, I'm the best place to start. If you have no idea yet what you want, how you want to get there, then we need to talk about it. I may not be the perfect fit for your goal, but I'm pretty certain I know someone who is, and I'm not afraid to refer them. I know that I am great for many clients, and some clients need a skill set that I don't have. If you have commercial, for example, I don't do commercial real estate, but I know a lot about it, and I know enough to be able to connect you to the right people to do it.
And your team does, though. I know that you guys take care of commercial.
We do. There's someone on my team. There's someone in my sphere somewhere who can help you with whatever the problem is. So I've had people reach out to me about, hey, I've got a small business. Do I still move forward with it? They don't have to even be house related issues.
Right.
They can just be life related issues. Hey, how do I walked somebody through how to clear a drain in their house the other day. You know, hey, my drain's backing up. I can't find a plumber. Okay, here's some things to try first. Go to Lowe's, get a Zip It. You've got long hair. You probably have a hair clog. And that actually did it.
Cool. You're a wealth of knowledge, my friend. This has been another episode of Lady Boss Branding's 3-2-1 Blast. As the old saying goes, a small business owner, when they make a sale, they do a little happy dance. So make sure you're shopping local and put a little groove back into our world. Thanks for joining me, Lori.
Oh, thanks so much, Alison. It's great to see you.
Have a great day.